So last we left off, we had finished Lemmy's castle, and all of this vanilla dome garbage. Next up is we'll take you through really only 3 levels and then Star World. The first one's Cheese Bridge. Cheese Bridge is going to require very little from you, at least at the start. Your only goal here is to get fast flying and get to the end. If you've ever wanted to feel like a 96 exit speedrunner, now is your opportunity. Again, just practice looking at what fast fly looks like. That's all you gotta do here. Let's turn the game audio up a bit. Cookie Mountain's got some kind of weird stuff. I usually let go. When the item box disappears, that single item box. Let go. Apparently, I was wrong. And then probably just tap again to make sure you don't die and thread the needle into the hole. The important thing is just to get visuals on where you're going. This jump's a little weird. I want to jump like right around here, maybe. But a little bit earlier, because obviously that was too late. And then jump again. And you'll notice I'm not doing any taps. I'm doing mid-holds. Where I hold it for a little bit of time, but I still let go. Mid-hold. And then in there, land on that platform, do a tap. Land here, do a tap, and then go again to get that coin. For this, I like to jump right around the time that I'm underneath this mole. So underneath that mole, go, collect the coin, let go of jump, and most of the time you'll kill that mole. Sometimes you'll still get hit, but most of the time you're safe. I think the later you go, the better, but don't go too late. If you go too late, I think you hit. You just miss the coin, maybe. But you're not... you just gotta get that, come down. That might be too early. Nope, still worked. So there's a decent amount of leeway. You're not forced to do anything crazy. Get on Yoshi. We're gonna land on this. Up here, land. Just keep running forward. Make sure to eat that berry. Like, don't walk into the berry, eat it. If you walk into the berry, it slows you down. You might still be able to get P-Speed, I'm not sure. But it's just faster to tongue eat the berry. Just make sure you're running across all those platforms. Because we have to try and build P-Speed by the end. And it's kind of tough to do. And then I usually drop to the cloud. That's a lie. What was my setup for this? There it is, okay. I wait until the cloud starts to go off screen. Fly, cloud goes off screen, let go. And then you're right in line to collect that coin real easy. Now, if you, for whatever reason, don't get that, let's say you jump too soon and you don't get flight, worst thing you could do is do this. Now you have to wait for that stupid cloud to come out, and it takes forever. So if that happens, and you don't get, well, I got flight there. If that happens, just land after the berry and try to get speed that way. Just do your best not to hit the berry. Or, if you're alright with losing probably about a second, you could still just do it. It's really only going to cost you a second, and it's really safe. But it's best if you can just get P-speed here. Jump up, cloud goes off screen, fall, and then just jump to victory. Yeah, eat one, don't eat two. If you eat two, the cloud spawns. I'll show what you mean. I'll show what I mean about cloud spawning. If you eat two, this is what happens. Like, it pauses like I showed you. And then this guy shows up. He's cool and all, but we're trying to go fast here. And he just slows us down. I have third place for this category. Fall, collect, jump. You can just jump. I don't think you can fly over the goalpost. That's a lie. You can fly over the goalpost. So don't jump too high. No, that's in vanilla. That cloud's in vanilla. If you poop clouds, you may have to see a doctor. Alright, this strat looks really... Actually, you know what? Before we do this, let's... I'll show you what Cookie Mountain looks like the whole way through. So this is what an ideal Cookie Mountain should look something like this. You don't really have to do that flying stuff. As you get faster, it just kind of happens. But it's not required. But that's what an ideal Cookie Mountain looks like, roughly. I don't want quotes in my VOD about poop. Alright. I need to get better about just showing the full strats. So this level, full strat looks like this, and then we'll break it down. Whoa! And then you die. It's not lewd, I just think it's kind of gross. Anyway, first things first, you get P-speed, you have to hit this block. But if you hit this block and just hold forward Y and B, it'll get you the first coin automatically. Jump right there where the hoop, the little loop deal. You want to jump when you're on the right side of the loop deal. You want to jump off Yoshi, specifically. You can do a full jump, dive bomb, cape back when you get off screen, and you should get the third one immediately. Your words, not mine, Jade. So, boop. Dive bomb, pull back, right into the coin. You're going to have to land here. I usually jump until he goes off screen, let go, and then you just kind of land on the coin automatically. Really, you could do any number of things here. This just is what I do, but as long as you collect the coin, you're good. Just keep going forward. After that, I like to do 3 A-taps after you get to this rope. So I'll be running. I get to that rope. I go 1, 2, 3. I land here. Full jump. Off screen. Let go of jump. Gotta get there again, so I'll show you what I mean. Dive bomb. Pull back. Better to pull back early than late. Spin, off screen, let go of jump, hit the coin. 1, 2, 3. Then off screen, let go of B, dive bomb. You're guaranteed to hit the coin. As long as you let go after you get off screen, you're always going to dive bomb into the coin. Pull back, keep holding back, and then dive bomb to get past the first goalpost. And then you're basically right there for the moon at that point. So a kind of difficult level, but it's really much harder than it looks. I think this is a level that looks way more impressive than it actually is. If you practice it, you can probably, like, show off to your friends that play Mario World. All 3 of them. Soda Lake, there's not a whole lot to this level. You're just going to do a lot of what we did in other underwater levels, which is hold down and forward, tap A and B, and just collect the coins as you go. There's a couple of strats. Obviously, try to avoid doing stuff like this as much as possible. Let go of holding down so you can get that one. Oh, I guess I should announce, or not announce, but I should mention, you can just swim under this stuff. The kill box is pretty nice. Like, okay, I'm gonna let go, see how long until it takes before I die. That's a pretty decent amount of time for me being underneath the level and not having to press anything. Did I say harder than it looks? I meant easier. So, avoid these torpedoes. That one's kind of hard to avoid the torpedo on. You should have a backup cape at this point. If you get hit, just collect the backup cape. We'll be able to replace it in the next level really easy. Up. Keep an eye on the bottom of the screen. Don't go too low. Here, you never have to let go down. Just mash, and you're good. Come up to collect this one. So at this point, stall here, and all these torpedoes will go left. Otherwise, they go right, and they block your entrance to the pipe. I think the timing works out either way, roughly the same. If you stall or if you... Because you're going to have to stall to wait to get in the pipe later anyway, because they block you. Let me see if I can... Do I have a save in there? I don't think I do. I'll show you what they do if you don't stall there. I think it comes out about the same, but it's so much easier to just stall for a second. So, if you just go forward, they're going to go right, and you're like, Oop. Bah! Like, if that fish doesn't hit you, that torpedo will. It just kind of sucks, so better to just stall here. Make sure all 3 of them go left by stalling early, and then it's free to the pipe. You're good at that point. Next level. The first level of Star World we're playing, Star World 3. The hardest level in the game. Hold Y and run right. We did it. I never get that first try and runs. So, when I say it's the hardest level in the game... Oh, I thought he did it. I wonder. I think it's too early. Yeah. When I say it's the hardest level in the game, I am obviously joking, but I kind of mean it. There is a very, very small chance if the Lakitu... I wonder if I could just make it happen. If the Yoshi eats the Spiny on the same frame that I spawned the gold tape, I made it happen. So, if you get very unlucky, Yoshi can eat the Spiny on the same frame the gold tape spawns. If that happens, Yoshi eats the gold tape. Now you can't get this exit until you come back. You have to defer to doing the secret exit at that point, which is up here. So very, very rare. But it happens. If you hold Y forward, 99 times out of 100, you're going to be fine. But on the off chance that you get really bad RNG, you have to know that this level could legitimately be the hardest level in the game, because it could be unbeatable. For second exit, just fly up. There's a bunch of different strats you can do. A lot of people do, a lot of people do a strat where they land here. I'm bad at it, so it's gonna take me a minute. They land here, kick forward, and then grab the key that way. I'm partial to the strat where you fly, you hug the right wall, come left, kick up, and then fly into the key and item fly over to the keyhole. This has always been my kind of favorite way of doing this level. They're all pretty quick. It's just a matter of what you want to do, but this is the one that I always do. Oh, I didn't think I actually had speed. Anyway. The absolute fastest, I believe, is the cape strat, the one that I do. As long as you get it perfect. Obviously, if you land or something weird happens, then it's no good. But you can get like a high 192 that way. I think the other ones only get like 191s or low 192s. Before we continue, I should mention, Star World has no Yoshi coins. There's one level with Yoshi coins, and it's Star World 1. Every other level has 0 coins, and we have to beat them twice, because they all have 2 exits. So a lot of this is a whole lot of nothing, which is why, at the start of this level, I like to do a really silly glitch called Item Fly. If you get flight, and then fly into an item, but don't land, Mario will pick up the item and continue flying. This is probably the easiest place in the game to get item fly, because you have to fly anyway. Like, the normal strat would just be jump forward. All you have to do is get a bigger jump, kind of stall a bit, and then grab him. And at this point, you cape under the level. If you don't want to be fancy, you can just cape over the level. There's nothing that prevents you from caping over it. If you cape under, you do run the risk of something like that happening. You can always just do this. And then just practice getting fast fly. And that's the end. For the second exit, This time we definitely leave Yoshi behind because he's worthless to us. Just fly on the top of the screen until you see some Koopas and then a platform. Go down at the platform. Key's right here. And you can exit the level real easy. Star World 5. Getting P-Speed at the start of Star World 5 is kind of hard. If you're super early, you could just do something like that to get P-Speed. Even kill that guy to maybe make it even more safe. Actually, if you just do like right, left, and then, yeah, like that. There's a lot of safe ways to do it. The fastest way, you're going to want to do a spin jump into the Koopa. And then keep running. You can't just run forward. You'll die. So you have to spin jump into him. And then you can cape over. This level I don't normally try to get fast fly in because we have to cape over the top of the level. It's very easy when you're trying to get fast fly to end up landing on the top of the level there. And then just hit the goal tape. Star World 1. Okay. So Lunar Dragon is glitchless. It's a glitchless category. And what they mean by that is that we use less glitches. We'll do the secret exit later. So the secret exit takes us to Star Road. We don't want to go to Star Road yet. First, we have to do some other stuff, and then we'll do that. We did, Ursa. Star World 1 is going to use a glitch called Smashola that's going to zip us through the yellow blocks. Now, if you're early to the category, first of all, very important, collect this mushroom. Very important, we're going to need it later. If you're new to the category, just spin jump and don't worry about it. Like, Smashola is stupid and not worth it. Memorize where the coins are. They're in pretty easy locations. It's like right, left, 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 I think. Right, left, 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 right, basically. And then come down off the right side. Now then. How do I explain Smashola? You'll notice these turn blocks, only 4 of them can spin at a time. Even though I just hit a bunch of them in a row, only 4 of them are spinning right now. And as I keep hitting them, the 5th block always stops spinning. We can use that to our advantage. If we position Mario in such a way that he is inside that block, it'll push him out of the block, right? And then it'll push him, since these yellow blocks are so tightly packed, it'll push him into another block, which causes that one to spin, which causes another block that Mario's inside to become solid, which pushes him into another block, which causes that one to spin, and then so on and so forth. And the ultimate, like, finish to all that is that we suck and mess it up. The ultimate finish to all that is we zip.
Oh.
And you can do quite a few zips in this, so this one I don't zip at all. Whoops, whoops! Never seen that happen before. And to perform that, you want to kind of stand center, hit down 2 blocks, and then usually zip left. Zipping left seems easier than zipping right. Down. Whoops. I said down 2 blocks, but I think it's down 3 blocks. 1, 2, yeah, down 3 blocks. At the peak of my bounce after the 3rd block, I hold spin again, and then move left. Your cape should activate the next block and cause you to zip through the yellow blocks. It's extremely finicky. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad if it's not working. In general, you just want two blocks on the left and right that are spinning. However, you can set that up. And then ideally, it looks something like this down the line. That one's the biggest one. If you can get that one, that'll save more time than the rest. As for where to zip, I kind of just have it like internalized, but like, what is this, 5 blocks over? It's pretty safe. Here, I just go to where the first block is empty and then zip like that. This one, you have to move a pretty decent distance in, probably like 6 or 7 blocks from the right. This is 8 blocks. 8 blocks from the right. And then zip down. And then here you could do it like almost anywhere. I think you can even make it if you go from here. Like, it's really easy to get into this, to that one. So you don't have to worry as much about your positioning. There's a couple other places you can do it. None that are really advantageous. Most of the time it happens on accident in other levels. But since this level's built entirely around these blocks, it happens all the time here. But that's pretty much this level in a nutshell. See, I missed it that first time. I didn't square up well, which messed everything up. This is one of those times where trying to get the zips was probably slower than just going through it. Oh, when you go to do this, make sure to do a duck spin jump. That way you don't fly on accident. And then this pipe just takes you straight to the normal exit. For secret, we're going to do more Smashola. My setup for this is I line up on the right piece of ground right here. That's usually a pretty good lineup to get through. And then after that, I line up on the left side of ground over here. Duck jump to avoid this from happening. Duck jump, line up on the left. 290. If your lineups are faster, you can get like a 291, I think. But I usually just shoot for the 290. It's more consistent. Star World 2, dead simple. Dead simple. Collect the Yoshi and just go over the top of the level. Spin enough to get past those first 2 fishes. You're good for the rest of the level. The main thing you have to remember about this: spin to kill those 2 fish. They're both jerks. After you see the second set of 3 green fish, so there's 1, 2, you're going to want to go down. You have to thread the needle between those 2 sets of fish. I usually do secret exit first. It really doesn't matter. No, it does matter. I lied. Do secret exit first. Is there a kill zone? No. You can just hold forward. I was going to show something at the end and forgot. But no matter which exit you're doing, this starts the same. Spin to the music if you want. Just make sure when you see those to come down and get in between these two fish. These two fish schools. So if you're good, you can do something like that where you press down a little bit and then thread the needle between those two gaps. That way you keep moving forward without ever slowing down. It's pretty hard to do consistently, but that's the fastest way to get to the... See, I clipped the wall there. It's the fastest way to get to this key. I always go too late. Then just kick him away and use the key. If you're doing the normal exit, here's where the mushroom comes into play. When you come out, drop the mushroom, jump, grab it. Now we've got a blue Yoshi. For this, I have a weird... I have my index finger on the right, my thumb on select to drop the power-up. So I come out, I immediately start going right, and I drop the power-up. It's a little bit awkward, but it's the fastest way to do it, so... Whoops. It's what I recommend. If you... Whoops. If you, like, drop too late or whatever, just drop it, kick him up. You're still good. You just didn't go as fast as you could. I guess you could also hold right with your thumb and then just reach over with your index on select. That would work as well. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Actually, it doesn't really matter if it's comfortable. Because none of the setups are going to be that comfortable. It's just a really silly part of the run. And that's it for Star World, except for Star World 5 Secret. We need this blue Yoshi for Special World, which is why we save it for the end. Luckily, this part's much easier. With Yoshi, we can just run forward. Just run forward. You'll never fall off. As long as you run forward. When you get to the end of the third platform, jump and tongue at the same time, and you're guaranteed to get this Koopa. No delay, same time. Just press them immediately together. Now we're gonna blue Yoshi over this level. There's a couple ways you could do this last part. The easiest is just to fly up like this. I lied. You don't have enough time to do that. Slowly fall and think about your mistakes. Since you don't have enough time, probably the easiest would be like come down a little low and then do something like that. Or that was a bad one. The third one's the safe one. Ah, frick! I keep doing it. I keep doing it too early. Yeah, when you see the red blocks, here's what I'll say is the easy one. When you see the red blocks come down, spit there, and then fly up to the top here. If for whatever reason you don't make it up here, you can just clear the path down here and fly up this way. But you have to hit nothing with your head. If you hit anything with your head, it won't work. Like if you're like, nope. So, or you can grab this guy. So there's a couple of backups, but the fastest way to do it, what I do is when I get to the red blocks, I fly up. When I see the pipe, I spit the shell out, and I let go of fly. So pipe, spit, fly. I die because I'm bad, and I talked instead of actually doing it. And then just fly from there. Grab the key, get in the key. Grab the key, get in the keyhole, and you're good. And then you're off to Special World. 8 of the hardest levels in the run.